Welcome back. Today is going to be just a short update on my gas supply industry. Well, we've added some fencing to secure the property, and we've put together those kits for the tank unloading stands. These tank unloading stands are flat wood kits that went together surprisingly easily. Very fine detail. We've got two of them. Can zoom in here and show you the piping. It's made from fine wire. Really pleased with the way these came out. There's a jig that you put together to build the staircase. Those are all individual steps. And of course, once it's glued together, you have to paint it. So I painted it black. Give it a gloss coat because we take care of our products here, and it's a fresh repaint. And here's the other one. The hose is just black wire, and the insulation is stripped at the very end where the couplings are simulated by the silver wire inside. You really have to be careful when you're putting together the jigs for the staircase. You can't see it, but I know that this one's a little bit crooked. You do have to take your time with these. Here's a view from the other side with the tank cars not in the way. This is the package that it came in, GLX scale models. It says this kit requires above average modeler skills. I didn't find it too difficult, but you do have to have patience, and you do have to be careful that you don't break the fragile pieces. It's a laser board kit. You can see very thin sheets of board that you almost snap out. There's tiny points where you have to cut it out with a sharp blade, and it pops right out. You see the individual stairs came out there. There's the pieces for the jig. You can see here the where is it here? There's the jig I made for the staircase. You've got to make sure that you make that perfectly straight, otherwise your stairs will come out a little bit crooked. To provide security around the gas company's property, I've installed chain link fence all around. I've used this product from Holland that I picked up at the most recent Brampton model train show. It's called Artitech. It's not cheap. This was $22 Canadian for basically 24 inches. It comes in 3 strips, but it is all metal. It's I guess it's laser cut, I imagine. But because it's metal, you can either use super glue, you can solder. It looks like you can use it without anything else added to it. It comes with these square rods for fence posts, but frankly, I haven't seen too many chain link fences with square posts, so I opted not to use them, and instead went ahead and bought some 25 gauge or 025 inch steel rod and 032, using the wider ones for the corner posts and the 025 for everything else. I used super glue to run the wire along the top rail only for the most part, but where I have swing gates all 4 sides plus an angle brace are added. And this fence runs along the whole perimeter of the facility. I even built some swing gates that actually move. And yes, I could have motorized them, but it's a bit of a mess underneath the layout at this spot, so for now we'll just call them movable and leave it at that. I did have to do a bit of soldering to add these extra bars along the top, so there's a bit of soldering here and here, but pretty much everything else is done with super glue. And the last touch, of course, before I planted them in the ground, was to give them a coat of aluminum spray. It's a nice touch. There's some close-ups, show you the fine detail that comes with this kit. A few other finishing touches here. Some weathering on the shacks and shanties, pump houses that come with the kit from Walters. Helps to show some grout lines in the brickwork. That was just using a bit of loose concrete, watered down from Woodland Scenics. Let it set. It looks quite nice. All that's left to do now is start adding in all the different bits and pieces of detail that you find in these facilities. I've got lots of propane tanks that will be placed along the back wall here. Eventually we'll have to add more fencing for the entrance. This guy's chatting up the fireman. Can't seem to stand up though. There we go. So there'll be a fence running along here with another set of gates here, and then running up to connect with the corner of the building here. So the entire facility will be locked in.